how much did you squat
Over 400.
in high school?
Over 400.
Freshman year?
Freshman year, over 400. 405 to be exact.
How low to the ground? That's halfway.
That's far enough. I'm older now. I'm about to turn 48, 49. So that's good for me.
Really? So your freshman year, you were squatting for all 400. Okay, then when did you start working out?
That number there.
Freshman year.
So the first time you work out, you just squat 400.
Squat 400.
Okay. What did you do in the 8th and 7th grade? 8th grade?
All I did was just run and jump all over did all kinds of stuff.
How did you transition from high school to college?
Oh, it wasn't
game.
easy. It wasn't easy. I mean, my first day on the college campus, working out at the University of Florida, they put me in an infirmary. I had to go to the infirmary and get a couple of IVs because they ran me to death. I mean, I was dehydrated, pulling sleds, and working on. And see, I went to the University of Florida when we had AstroTurf in the dead middle of summer, and when you could see the devil rising up off the ground on the AstroTurf because you see the heat wave and all that. And so, run on that turf, your legs get weak, you drain out of all of your nutrients and everything else, and you just get depleted. And so, in doing that, my first couple of days there, man, was a struggle. So I had to make a decision. Do I want to go home? Do I really want to do this? Or do I really want to play football? So I chose to play football, chose to stay on campus, and I developed this mental toughness. And you learn how to compete.
But you started in freshman.
Yeah, I didn't start though until the third game of the year.
So how did you make that transition? Wait, were they fast? I'm sure the game of football in high school was a lot faster down there than it is in other parts of the country.
College, it got even faster.
Right.
So at every level, it gets faster, faster. And I think the reason why it gets faster is because when you're initially coming at that level, the next level, you're so busy learning what the system is and what's going on and getting acclimated to your play calls and your defensive fronts. See, in college was the first time I had to truly learn defensive fronts. And so I'm down there looking at an over and under, or a 70 and a 60 and all this kind of stuff, 8-man fronts, secondaries and all that kind of stuff. I'm really learning the game now and honing in on those skills, not to mention blocking schemes and all that kind of stuff. And so what makes the game so fast is not knowing what to do in those situations. What slows the game down is when you start to gain that knowledge of what's going on the football field, and you're seeing things actually before they happen.
Your face mask. You one of the first ones to wear that face mask.
No, Eric Dickerson was.
He wore but after him, you were one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Right? So, did you notice that? Did that block your vision all right here?
No, I still saw everything. I could see from here to here. My peripheral vision was all unbelievable.
What do you think of Thurman Thomas's face mask?
Kind of old school. But, you know,
he was the only one that wore that.
Yeah. It's next to Earl Campbell.
That's why he wore it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. When you got to the pros, how would you train? Did you still squat heavy? Would you still squat before?
No. I mean, once you start putting that 405 on your back, you know, you come to realize that I didn't need all that weight.
Right.
And then you start learning how to leg press and all those kind of things. And then you start doing single leg squats and stuff like that. That's what I started to do once I got to the pros. Like I used to clean and jerk 275, 280 back in high school.
How many reps though?
I could do at least five reps, somewhere up in there. Nothing drastic, but hey, I was on the weightlifting team.
Would you bench a lot?
Bench was part of the basic regimen of what we did. And so 225, you take 225. I think the most I ever got up in bench press probably was 385. For one rep. Yeah.
Knowing what you know now, how would you train now?
I would probably do a lot more Pilates. Probably would get a bicycle, do a lot more road riding. In other words, putting in miles. I think that's a good way to burn a ton of calories and stay lean and stay in great shape. It's great cardio workout, great leg workout. I still would incorporate the massages and the chiropractic work. I think if I can go back, I would want to learn how to swim better. Because I think swimming is a great way to, and cycling is a great way to take a lot of pressure off of the body and off of the legs and off of the knees. And I think the recovery after riding a bike and swimming is so much faster than any kind of running that you could possibly do.